Welcome back to GREYMAN. I'm still with Rob from the core group, and this will be part 2 of our home security assessment.
So Tyler, this is interesting. As I was walking around,
Yep.
I happened to catch a glance on the sensor on the inside here.
Gotcha.
And if you take a look, you
Yeah,
can
I can
actually
see
see it's battery powered.
Yep.
And the cover's off and there is no battery in there.
Okay.
So right off the bat, we know that that window system probably isn't part of the main system. And even if it is, it's non-operational. So this is definitely a point of entry if we were a bad guy.
Let's just say there was a battery in there, and let's say it was working. Well, even on that system, batteries still go dead.
Yep.
And with how many windows do you have in this house, it's a lot of 9-volt batteries to replace on a continuous basis. How often do you replace that battery in your smoke alarm? Only when it's beeping and bugging the hell out of you, right? Exactly.
And these don't do that.
And these don't do that, exactly. So let's move around. The main thing I see on this side is a serious lack of lighting. Should be a huge floodlight to eliminate this whole thing, which there isn't. We got no kind of lights on the corners.
Combine that with a lack of ambient lighting all the way down the street.
Absolutely.
It's an absolute black hole. Tyler, if you notice the shed itself, you can actually make access to it without having to go through the fence here.
Absolutely, yeah. And you also, if you look, you can see there's also an access into the backyard through the shed. So technically you could go through the shed and out the shed into the backyard without having to go through this side gate. So another interesting thing right here.
We don't know where this goes, but it could be a possible entrance into the house. We're not sure if that's a crawl space or if that is in fact a proper basement.
Yeah, could be a basement entrance, but you can tell that that's pretty much held in place by bricks.
Yep.
It's nothing super secure. Sometimes with basements, you'll see that they have some type of a bar.
There's 0 bars.
Yeah, 0 bars on here. So again, could be a basement, could be a crawl space. We don't know.
And we have all the time in the world to investigate that with these blinds shut. So nobody can see what's going on right here.
As well as with no lighting. We're at night in a completely blacked out area right now. So we've got a lock on the literal white picket fence gate.
Here's their entry tool if they ever needed to get in. That's if they want to flip the latch from the inside.
So it's very common also that the gate will be locked from the outside, have some kind of simple locking system, but if you just reach around, you can flip it and open it up. This is one of the cheaper type, $3, $5 locks at Home Depot.
Yeah, this is a craptastic Walmart job right here.
Again, what are you protecting? Access to the backyard. Could you hop over the fence? Yes, but again, it's all about the effort required to do that. Would I want to hop over this thing?
Probably not. There's probably other ways.
Probably not. I'd rather go through this.
But all this stuff is very telling when we're talking about an overall security picture, right? The picture that's being painted right now is this is an affluent family that really hasn't paid much mind to security. They're banking on the fact that they live in a nice neighborhood and crime is never going to come my way.
What is the first thing that you hear on the news when they interview people?
I never expected it to happen.
I never
here.
thought it could happen here. Literally, we've heard it 100 times. It can happen anywhere, at any time, for any reason. So you need to take up the mentality that it can happen to you and you need to be prepared for it.
These people have to understand that the burglar is choosing his or her target with the same level of precision as a prospective buyer is choosing a house, because his livelihood is on the line.
Absolutely.
Right? So he needs to make sure it's worth his time.
Anytime a burglar is going to choose a home to break into, they are weighing a risk versus reward on the scale. Is this risk of going to jail worth what I think I can get from this house? So you got to take both of those things into account.
And one more interesting point. Not only do you have to be conscientious of what you do as a homeowner, but you also have to be aware of what your neighbors do, right? Because if your neighbors are making all these very strong security, conscious decisions, they could inadvertently be pushing the crime onto you.
Yeah. Tyler Gray signing off. Thanks for watching GREYMAN. Please subscribe to watch future videos.